Yeah,
What's
that'd be
going on,
cool.
everybody? This is Ross of the Burbank Misfits. And you can obviously tell, like via my introduction, I am without a CW. I have no idea where he's at. And he's gonna get some words later on tonight and tomorrow. And but you know, it is what it is. But we're gonna try to have a very fantastic show. Because after this one, we got one more, and then we go on a 3-week vacation. So, but we have a very special guest today. We have someone who has she started 9 years ago, but she left for a while, came back, and now she's doing bigger, greater, fantastic things. And she's just, setting the world a storm, doing all she does. The very talented Sophia Locke. How you doing?
Hi, I'm so good.
So for the unfortunate souls out there who don't know who you are, who are you?
Well, I'm like probably older than you think I am because I started 13 years ago, not nine.
It's no, it's said online that
Yeah.
you started 2014.
So that's when I started doing professional video work, but I started camming in the adult industry in 2010.
Okay, did not know
So
that.
yeah.
See,
Yeah, no,
that
it's
it's not even it's like I tried to do my research. I failed
you
miserably.
no,
I failed
you
miserably.
didn't though.
No,
That was a lovely
just,
introduction.
just point it out. Just point it out. You know what, Raw Star? You failed your research. You failed the test. And you're getting the C minus.
No, you thought I was younger than I was. So you're actually flattering me. That's the spin we'll put on this. I'm good
Well,
on it.
if I tell you that in August, it'll be the first time, well, 15 years since I did my first thing in the industry.
Wow. What was your very first thing?
I was doing something with Tony Batman, if you remember who that is.
I do know who that is. Oh my God. That's
Yeah,
whoa. I have the craziest story about him. If it's the same one, like the Vegas.
yeah, Batman, yeah. And then he did a video show in Florida
I didn't
afterwards,
know that. No,
and
I had no
he
idea.
used to do the thing in Indiana. The
So I'm
yeah.
wondering if it's the same one. There was a Tony, I think his name was Tony, that lived out in Vegas when I used to live out here. I just moved back to Vegas, but he wore the Batman costume on the strip. Is that the
Oh
one?
no, it was his. It's a porn guy named Tony Batman.
Okay. Okay. I was like, well, this guy was at a party getting sounded by a dominatrix with a Hitachi
Oh,
attached to it. So I don't know if that's the same one.
if he did something like that, I was not privy to it.
Hmm.
The thing is also I stay on here a lot, like the type of porn that I watch,
Yeah.
and that doesn't fall into that category.
Well, I think he was even surprised by it. He was like not even, he was like kind of like in the swinger scene. I don't even think he was a performer. So I think we're thinking about different people. I'm so sorry. And I just,
Oh
told a crazy
no,
story
go,
about
go ahead.
that guy.
I want to hear this story though, but
That's what it was. It was a kink party back in Vegas when I used to live here, 9 years ago or whatever it was. Um, yeah, no, that's a very different guy. Okay, okay, cool. He seems cool. But it was a kink party with like 80 people, and I looked over and he was laying on a bench with his dick out, and there was a metal rod sound through his urethra, and there was a dominatrix holding a Hitachi to the metal rod, so it was vibrating
Mhm.
inside of him, and he had never done anything like it. And this man, let me tell you, looked bored. So it is in my brain forever. I think his name was Tony, and he dressed up as Batman from this on the strip. He actually had the Batman mask off at the party, but just the black makeup around his
Yeah.
eyes. So he looked like a raccoon with a rod in his dick. So never forget. I'll give you a minute.
Please do. 'Cause I talk about my kinks and stuff over here a lot. And there's two things that I do, oh, a few things, but no team. Like anything
Yeah.
going inside feel like just feels like the most painful thing in the world.
Yeah.
Like it did go inside his. I've had a catheter put in while
Hmm.
I was awake, and I know how that hurts.
That's my nightmare too. I don't want to do any urethral insertions. I do, believe it or not, have a line somewhere.
Yeah, that's gonna help my nightmares now.
You're welcome. It's such a
That's-
pleasure meeting you.
yeah,
That's what I do.
yeah, of like what 8 minutes in or 5 minutes in already traumatized me. Thank you, I
I'm so
appreciate it.
I'm so sorry. We can go back to the point of what the first thing
No,
you did in the
no, no,
industry
no, no, no.
was.
It's fun. It's fun. No, it's just like because I've seen it. I've seen that before, but
Yeah.
like just thinking about someone like wearing a big old Iron Batman costume and then just like having that inside of them.
And then
Yeah,
looking bored. It was
yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
I mean, like everybody had like the thing is he might have been very entertained by it and not just showing it.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I'm a type of person who loves pain. Like beat me, hit me, electrocute me, like all that stuff. Do all that.
Me too.
That's
I
fun.
love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. We're here right now. We're here. And it's like,
I
you
get
know,
you.
but after a while, it's kind of like, what else you got? But no, 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 no. Don't enter my booty hole. Don't enter my pee hole. So
There.
those are yes, like it's very little things. I'm
Sure. Everyone has boundaries, you know. Everyone has things that they're not necessarily into, but it's cool that you can explore the stuff you are into.
I want to ask you a question then, since I know you do a lot of kick stuff.
Mhm.
What are you not into then? Like what is Sophia's nose? And this page is for everybody who will subscribe to her OnlyFans or anything like that or request videos for her. Like she's gonna tell you everything she's not into. So that means everything that she does not say. That means you can probably get a video within reason, probably get a video of that. Cause like I've heard something that she said before that I found was a lot. And I've heard people do it before. And I'm gonna tell you after you say your things. Uh and I just another thing I don't get. Like go ahead. What is the Sophia knows or the Sophia's I don't curse H knows?
Okay, okay, definitely my H knows.
You can curse
I
and do all
can't.
you want
Okay.
to. I just don't personally curse. Like
Okay.
I don't
I
curse, I
respect
don't
that.
drink. So that's yeah.
I also don't drink, but I do curse a lot. So
Yeah. Go ahead, curse all you want to. This is my
all
drink
right.
for the day.
That's yours. This is my only vice now is Diet Coke. So I get it. Cheers. Mm. So I did a TikTok video exactly of this, of my no list.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna try and remember everything, although I would say my yes list is much longer than my no list, of course.
Of course.
Because yeah, you
As
have
it
seen some
should be.
stuff.
As it should be,
Thank you.
because you discover new things that you're into
Yeah.
and you don't realize until you do it, and then you be like, oh my God, what was that?
Exactly.
Right?
I've been
Because
so lucky to do so many different things that and try them in like a really safe professional environment. It's
yeah,
amazing.
it's always the best part because like and I know that's why I'm glad it's like what they call them training I don't know what the training sessions for certain people to, learn how to do it correctly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like people like me who are in the clothespins, people don't know
Mhm.
how to, do that right sometimes and to whip it off correctly. Like
Right.
and
Or
if you
the
don't
or the zipper off and then you grab the skin as the blood is rushing back. It's like an extra burst of pain.
see
Good.
and some people just don't know how to do that correctly. So they just puts like, a damper on it because it's like, okay, that hurts more than it should hurt.
There is
But
a line, you're
yeah.
right. Yeah, and it's playing with people and learning those lines too and having safe words and all of that. So my nose a cattle prod is on there. I've done that once and it wasn't really my thing.
Okay.
So that's on my no list. But I do like other electricity things. You mentioned being electrocuted. So I do enjoy other
It's
like
like this
TENS
this little
unit,
device, a little, a little,
the
yeah.
violet one, the like little zapper guy. I've done all those kind of things are fun too. But no cattle prod. And no taser. I've tried both of those. No, thank you. Like the ones that kind of grab your muscle and
Yeah, I
tense
do what
it.
you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, if it's not a TENS unit, like that's kind of fun because you can ramp it up,
No,
but everything
no,
else,
no
no.
extreme electricity, basically, or something that could,
Extreme, yeah. Yeah, I think that's basically that. I don't like the word bitch. Like you can call me anything else, but that one isn't sexual to me. So like during play, like and sometimes it'll slip because it's a really common one in BDSM. But I just don't like it. So I usually
I
say
haven't
that's on
said
my no
that. I
list.
haven't called a female that word since like 95.
And it was mean, right? Like,
Well, yeah, we were in a heated argument and
right.
on the bus, and they said something else to me, and I said something else back, and I said that word. That was the last time I said it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's for me, it just doesn't work for me. It takes me out of my headspace a little bit. You can say the raunchiest other words and that's fine, but not that one. I also don't like to be hit like on down there. Like I don't like impact play. Like I have a really
On the
sensitive
front,
on the
please.
front, on the
Okay.
front. Everywhere else is okay. The bottom of my feet, my face, my butt, my like everything else, my back, not the lower back because of kidneys obviously, but like
Mm.
everywhere else, like I love being hit, but right there it's just too sensitive. So I'll tell before a scene, like on any set really, I'll just say, hey, like because a lot of guys like to like hit that with their I'm trying now to be very careful because I don't want to like
You can say whatever
be
you
too
want to say.
to be
You
too
can you
explicit.
can say whatever you want to say. You can be explicit as you want to if you want to
Okay,
be.
okay,
If you yeah, you can do what like you are free reign. You can do whatever you want to
okay.
do. If you want to jump up, do a cartwheel. That's on you. You know.
That is bold of you to assume I can do a cartwheel, sir.
Hey, I don't like everybody has hidden talents. You could probably
That's not one of them. Not one of them. I've tried.
you could probably juggle ukuleles for all I know, you know?
Also can't do that. This is very sad. Yes, I don't because a lot of guys, even if they don't hit with their hands, they'll like hit your clit with their dick. And it
Mhm.
like it's just I have a really sensitive one. So I
Understand.
prefer not to have that. Um I'm not really into like scat. That's like one of
Okay.
those.
Okay.
Or puke.
I wanna jump back to something like and that's what I was gonna hit at.
Yeah.
Because like really good friend of the show. Someone who I play video games with every Thursday.
Mm.
I sit back and listen to and now we drink. 'Cause
Oh yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
is my homie. And I sit
Yeah,
back,
yeah.
he supports me, I support him. That's my dude. And you had mentioned on there about someone pooping on somebody and eating it. And
Oh, yeah.
that's when I said I don't get it. I, I don't get it.
I support anyone who's doing consensual
Yeah,
things with
like I like
adults. Do
yeah,
you like live your life
as you said, as long as it's not with an animal or
or a child?
somebody underage, you
Yep.
know, I'm all for it. Do what you do as long as like you're not killing each other.
Yeah, poop
But
away. It's not my thing. I think mentally I can maybe understand from like a degradation, humiliation,
yeah,
taboo kink angle, maybe like, but it's just not my personal. Same with puke because it's just like it smells bad and that would give me the ick. It's just not my thing. So personally, no thanks.
well, I mean, like because I think you said both of them. Like puke, I understand why.
Hmm.
I understand why people will like it because it's like, oh, I am doing something so hard to somebody, I'm making them throw up.
Yeah, like a
And
control or power thing or
even
yeah.
if they're mini me's, it's kind of like, oh, my mini me did this. Yes,
Yeah.
I did it, but yeah.
Right. It's just not my personal preference, but like, yeah,
And like
whatever. Whatever you
when
like.
because I do videography sometimes too, and someone had me record them urinating on somebody. I don't know
Yeah.
the technical word for it, but urinating on somebody and you go to the shower. You them go to the shower, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
water sports or yeah,
and like
whatever.
I'm up here like recording it, and my like the thing is like I'm trying to not look, but I
Yeah.
angled the camera
But you kind
correctly.
of have to. Okay, okay.
Like no, I angled the camera correctly, but my eyes was more focused because we were outside.
Okay.
So when they're doing what
Yes,
they
you do.
do, some of it's gonna miss and hit the ground and then roll back this way. So I'm like focused more so on this person pee not getting on my dang shoes.
Yeah.
I'm like, please, please don't pee on my shoes. Please,
That's the
you.
magic of this industry is like you can have stories like that of like what you do on Tuesday. Well, let me tell you. I tried not to get someone else's piss on my shoes while it
That
was going
that
on this
was
lady's face or whoever.
what day was. I'm trying to think. That was on a Thursday, right
Yeah.
after, because they used to do this thing called porn star bowling.
Cool, fun.
So we left porn star bowling, and then
Yeah.
like they were just talking outside, smoking weed. I said, I like you haven't pissed in my mouth yet. And you said, I haven't. Do you want to do it right now? Sure. Hey, Raw, you got a camera? Yeah, it's in my car. Go get it. Okay. And then they use my car door, as a way to block, the entrance to the bowling alley. They did it in the parking lot.
Oh my
So
God.
yeah, it's in the parking lot. So like I'm over the door holding
Oh
the
my God.
camera. So I'm looking at the door of my car, just looking for making sure the pee don't hit me.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like every step of this is like making it harder and harder to sell. Like, first of all, you've got water sports, which like a lot of sites and a lot of credit card companies won't let you sell. And then you've got public. And so it makes it
Well,
harder, which
you can't tell where it is. Or you
that's
can tell
good. Okay, that's good.
it was
Yeah.
outside. I didn't get
Okay.
none of
Like the buildings
the
or the
building.
other
So
cars or
all you
anything.
can see is the girl and you can't even see the dude's head because I'm short. I'm only 5'6". So
Yeah, yeah.
the dude is like he's at least 5'11", and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
so yeah, you can see from his belly button down, and then the girl,
Right. That's a good angle. I mean,
yeah,
props on your videography. That's a great angle
yeah. I
for
mean,
piss play.
go ahead. I'm sorry. Let's yeah.
That's not on my no list,
Okay.
you
Thing
know,
is,
but I've never done it on camera though. I've only done it in like my personal life.
see, I always like one of my good friends, the girl who was getting urinated in, she told us who, like, this is me and her having a conversation. She was
Yeah.
telling me who her favorite person to drink is. And like yeah. She said, so yeah,
Someone very hydrated, I hope.
she said, like I've had a lot of people urinate in my mouth, and you know, she said, yeah, my favorite is Kitty Jaguar. And like she said, there's
Oh.
something about her just really sweet and just tastes good. And I'm like, and then she listed like how many people she has drank from, and it's like, okay.
You learn new things every day. I didn't know that like boys' assholes are sweeter than girls' assholes. Did you know that?
I've never licked the dude's butthole, but
I've like so many. And sometimes it's like kind of sweet. And you're like, that's an interesting thing that I wouldn't have guessed. But like with the girls that I've done rooming with, I haven't noticed that sweetness. So,
it's like, well, and I'm not saying that females don't do this, but it could be like if like are the people you've licked like more are they gym heads?
oh, actually, yeah.
Because
Like they're usually more muscular. Yeah, just
I've heard, and I don't even know if this is medically correct or
yeah.
proven, or whatever, because people who eat or drink a lot of protein, or like a lot of that not performance enhancement, but like the pre-workout stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
It like makes certain things taste differently.
Interesting. Okay. This sounds like an experiment that I'm gonna have to run. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be like, okay, how many times a week do you work out? Now make sure you're clean, but I'm gonna lick your asshole. And then I'm gonna write it all down. It's a statistics course. You don't have to make it dirty. Come on. Come on. We're doing science here, sir.
Quantitative report.
Thank you. Yes. I'm glad you understand. This is
I'm
a
getting my
selfless
I'm getting my doctorate right now. We had to pick between the
study.
three.
Yeah.
So yeah, the quantitative report on a-holes.
And if two, yeah.
Does pre-workouts infect the taste of buttholes? by
Yep.
Sophia Locke.
And if you have two girls do it and wear blindfolds, it would be a double blind study. There you go. That's stupid. I'm so sorry.
No, no, it is hilarious. And honestly, if you did that idea and you set
Mhm.
it up just like a series on your thingy,
Yeah. Yeah, we're just testing, and it just means more rimming for me.
yeah,
That's another thing where like I really like the kind of like how raunchy and degrading it can be in, a consensual environment.
yeah.
I'm super into it. Of
Everything is required to be consensual because
course, yeah.
if it's not, I mean, I can say like an accidental slippage, whatever, like when you're doing tongue
Sure.
action stuff, and if they don't say, don't do, like if they don't say don't do that, and like they're okay with it, go ahead and, but like, just don't like, see them land there and just go, you know.
You'd be surprised how many women that like we don't talk about that, but then they go right for the booty hole, and I'm cool with it, but like maybe talk about it first. Like
you
I'm
know.
down. I think it's hot, but it's one of those like maybe you should negotiate this one first.
Yeah, my co-host who's not here, like we had a previous episode where he was talking about like, it used to be more taboo to lick the booty hole
Yeah.
because like now it's like these days it's kind of like, oh, you're going down there, okay, thank you. And it's like
Yeah.
back then it used to be like, would you mind touching like like I don't,
Just the
but
outside. Yeah.
I'm clean, like I've I made sure to, do like not this, but
I don't know.
what's that bidet, I
Oh
use
yeah,
baby
yeah, yeah.
wipes and everything before I came here. Like
Yeah.
this is fresh out the shower body. Not I've been working all day and did
Yeah, no, I'm
25
not into
workouts
that.
booty.
Yeah. I know some people into that they're like, I want it like sweaty, messy, primal, dirty, like all of the things. And I'm like, no, let's freshen up first, please. Like
Nah,
if we get
because
sweaty, it's cool, but like let's not start
nah,
there, you
because
know?
it's like some people pass gas all day and they get
Oh God.
that little, it's not like it's dirty, but it's kind of like, when you pass
It's
gas a lot,
musty. We're a little musty.
that little brown stuff kind of like come down just a little bit, and you're not,
Okay.
yeah, it's a little much, and
Yeah, not
yeah,
my thing.
and then you don't know it's there until you probably, do a little, I went and got tested the other day. You got a little test, whatever, and then that little cotton swab come back a little dirty. You're like, oh, I'm not as fresh as I thought I was,
You don't know until yeah, the swabs I feel like have been a really good introduction of like, we're just checking for everything with testing now, and
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
Well, everything but one thing in particular, but almost everybody has that one. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I tested in the last year and didn't, so I'm like good
Well,
good on that,
I
but
did too. I'm just saying, like
that's the thing
it's
we don't
more
talk about.
that one is more common than
Mhm.
commonly in like in most people, and it's not like you can spread it like as
Easily. I mean, ideally
easily.
people are
Yeah,
on medication. Yeah, for
yeah.
sure. And I've definitely had shoots that have canceled like relatively frequently, maybe like once a month or so that will cancel because, the guy has like something on his whatever,
Yeah,
right? And what I appreciate is that I'm told about it and then the shoot's
yeah,
just canceled. It's not like, oh, maybe I could hide it from her or like,
yeah.
and whatever that is, it doesn't matter. I just really appreciate like I feel like everyone kind of looks out for each other in this industry
Yeah,
and we're trying not to spread anything,
that one I've the thing is that like since we don't it's not normally talked about, it's like about that one in particular.
Mhm.
I just know people who has had it and
Mhm.
never really had like a breakage, whatever. So it's
An
not,
outbreak, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
so they're usually good,
Yeah.
but they
And when
usually
it
just,
and when it comes to like I heard something recently that like when it comes to this industry, like if you work in a kindergarten, you're going to get a cold kind of
yeah.
thing. Like we are higher risk because of how many partners that we have. So the idea of kind of taking away the stigma of STIs, I think is really important, but
Mm.
also being tested and, and thinking about your coworkers with any extracurricular activities, I feel like is really important.
Yeah, that's why I tell everybody, like, because people always have some type of negative connotation when it comes to talking about, what y'all do, because look, the thing is, look, and I always say this, y'all are entertaining the masses. The thing is,
I hope so.
y'all are one of the greatest forms of entertainment that is out there, that is consumed by everybody, even the people who talk negatively about you. In
Yeah,
some
most
sense,
prolific at least.
and then in some sense, or other. And the thing is, because of the work that you do,
Mhm.
you fit in a few different niches. Just without even knowing, like seeing any of your scenes, you fit three niches just by looking at you.
Mhm.
And knowing what else to think about you. You fit the niche of the tattoos. You fit the niche of people who love redheads, and then you fit the niche of someone saying, "Oh, I want someone to be my mommy and touch me."
Yep.
You know,
Yep. Redheaded
so
MILF tattoo. Yep.
yeah,
Nailed
yeah.
it.
So you
Nailed it.
you you
Yep.
you fit like that whole basketball of like, oh, I get all three.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jeannie. You know,
I'm just glad people like it because when I came back in the industry, I was like, shit, I was 37 at the time. And I'm like, I
okay.
might be too old for this. I don't know if people want it. And then they needed MILF, they needed this age.
Mhm.
And so it worked out really, really well. So I'm happy I don't have any children, but I'm like happy to make the internet my stepchildren.
The thing, and that's something too, because I know like people who aren't, like you say you were 37 when you came back. Some
Yeah.
people are only like 26 and they're already playing myths, and I'm
Yep.
like that's a little early, don't you think? I mean, like I can understand people, pop out like 12 kids by that time sometimes, but Jesus,
Yeah.
27.
Yeah.
But yeah, so far, like since you've been back, what has been your favorite scene so far since you came back?
Oh my God, I don't even know if I can pick one. I don't, because I did maybe like 30 something scenes before, because there was like a year and a half that I just did pro work, like just whenever someone would hire me, I didn't have an agent or whatever. And
Okay.
then since I've come back,
You just
I've
went
probably,
crazy.
yeah, it's probably, I mean, I don't know how many have dropped, but I've probably done around 80 or so, like
Oh,
since
that's
coming
what's
back.
up.
So I don't
Work
even
it,
know how to
Sophia.
pick. Yeah, but I mean, I've really liked the mommy dommy stuff. Like that's been really fun. If I can be
Okay.
kind of like a stern, upset parent, I don't know why, but I really enjoy that, like that acting challenge. That's like really fun for me. But then I love the kink stuff. Like every time they bring me back for that, I'm just in heaven, heaven, heaven. So I would probably say maybe like the BDSM ones are still my favorite, and they were back then too.
See, like I know the dungeon is gone, but
Armory, yeah, yeah.
I used to love like because mainly the stuff that I watch is Girl and Girl Machine. So
Hmm.
those like if it includes those two things only, that is what I watch.
Nice.
So I used to love everything that Kink.com used to put out from the freaking machines.
Oh, the
Y'all know
fucking
what I'm
machines.
talking.
I did that. I did that. Shoot. Yep.
See
Yep.
that is what that was the only subscription I had for a while. Was just
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah, yeah.
website.
That was a good one. I like, yeah, that was a crazy day because that week I had been booked for like 4 shoots. That was in 2015 or something, 2014. And so I had already done like a 5 guy gangbang, and then I had already done another shoot, I think, too. And then I had that site, and I was like so like creamy, and like there was like a lot. Sorry, this is very descriptive, but like
Do what
there
you
was
I
a
say.
lot.
You have free reign. You can say anything you
Okay,
want to
okay.
say.
It was
Anything
just
you want to
so
say.
if you look at that old
You have a
that
green
old
light.
video, I just was like, my whole body was like, girl, you're having a week.
Come.
But it was really, really fun. And I would say that back then that gangbang was probably my favorite shoot that I'd ever done. It was like a dirty bathroom thing where I just like it was adrenaline the entire time. Like just
Okay.
fighting it. Like it was so much fun. It was really, really fun.
I can see it in your face because you're like glowing that like memories like, oh my god,
Oh.
I want to do that again.
It was
can I
amazing.
can I
Well,
can
yeah.
I do that while I do this podcast? Can we do this like right
Like
now?
who's
I'm
here? Who's
ready.
here?
I
Yeah,
am
yeah, yeah.
ready.
Yeah, well, I think multiple men is probably, besides just boy girl, like I think it's
Uh-huh.
probably one of my favorite things. And so since being back, I've done the site like Gangbang Cream Pie, like that one is a really fun one because it's like 5 or 6 guys and they just have it down to a science. They're like, now move you here, now go here, and you're just overwhelmed the entire time, which is wonderful. And they have like some of the best consent I've seen, where they do an entire video before they asked about rimming, and I said yes. And the woman who runs all of the paperwork and all of the consent looked at all of them and she said, "Now go baby wipe your asses right now." So it's like it's this mix of this wild, insane, crazy experience, but you feel safe, you feel like all of your boundaries are respected, and you just have a great fucking day. Everyone's tested. It's just the best job in life ever.
That's why I always feel like I agree, because you just said that C word again, consent. Like, as long
Hmm.
as everybody is okay with what's going on, and
Yeah.
like, if you don't get too overly excited being like there with like six other dudes, just like, if it's not your turn,
Right.
just accidentally popping, like, while you're trying to keep your dick hard, do what they do, and then accidentally popping like,
Oh no. Yeah. You better be able to go twice. That's all I'm saying, or else you're not getting welcomed
like,
back.
nothing you could do like about that initial burst,
Yeah.
because it's gone now, because you were trying to keep your dick hard because it wasn't your turn.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, that's only happened, I think, on one shoot where a guy popped early, but he can keep going. So
Yeah.
like I had like barely touched him with my hand and he was like, "Oops, sorry." And I was like, "Wow, okay." Like I
Hey,
felt
hey,
very powerful with my
it's
hand.
been a while. Like, you got the gauntlet. You are Thanos. You like took his soul out.
I just like look at it.
You took it with the soul stone. Like,
I mean, I will say I get a little ego boost if they have to stop me because they're gonna pop. I'm like, "My
yeah,
bad. Didn't feel
like,
good.
yeah,
I'm so
that
sorry,
was
did it?"
a skill. Pop that collar real quick. Like, no, there's no collar there, but like,
Yep. Yep. So
you
that's fun. I mean, just
you've been locked,
yeah,
locked
you've
and
been
loaded.
locked and loaded, locked and loaded for sure. Yeah, it's fun, man. I mean, making these connections with people and like having a good day and then getting paid for it, it's just wild. It's really great.
I'm glad you enjoy it, because especially
Yeah.
because you came back after your hiatus. I do want to touch on something at some point in this,
Yeah.
but I do want to hit it now. So you sing, or
I
do you?
do.
So what? Like, do you do any other instruments, or you're just a vocalist?
I play guitar, but just as an accompaniment to voice. Like that's why I learned it was because like I sang I was like a music major in college and sang in
Yeah.
college and then just joined bands and groups, mostly like jazz.
Alto, soprano, one, two,
Soprano.
three, four.
Soprano.
I'm sorry, one,
Soprano, but
two.
soprano one usually actually,
Okay.
but then there was a year in college where I was an alto. But yeah, I don't know. It's been this thing that's been through my entire life, and I didn't usually mix it with my adult stuff, but now I've sung in a couple scenes, which is really funny. And I
Well, that's
have
good.
like another thing that I've been booked for to sing like the theme song for a parody
Okay.
that's coming out. So that should be, I don't know, it's cool to mix it, you know?
Because I know one of my friends, Bobby Adore, he sings in like all of his
He's
stuff.
great. I saw that on Twitter. I saw his like it was on a podcast.
Yeah,
Was it
like,
yours?
probably. He's
I don't know. He was like
he.
playing guitar with like Athena was there too, Athena
Oh
Anderson.
no, that wasn't me then. Because
No.
he's sang on my whoa, my goodness, that was season one. So
Oh wow.
that was 2019. That's, yeah. That was
Yeah.
before COVID, because we stopped being in person for a while. That was
Oh
yeah,
yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
that
Yeah,
was
but he's
2019.
great. I should
Yeah.
do a duet with him.
I think he would enjoy that.
You think
That's,
so? I hope
yeah,
so.
like, because when I first met him was at Porn Star Karaoke.
Yeah.
And yeah, I miss Porn Star Karaoke. And I was like, dang, this dude got some vocals. Ah,
Yeah.
I wish
Yeah, I
I
was super impressed.
so do you still perform, sing at certain places, like outside of like just
Yeah. I mean, I since moving to Vegas, I haven't had time.
okay.
So I built a group, like a jazz combo group in Austin when I lived there, and then
Uh-huh.
I moved. So like we
Okay.
were just getting gigs, and then I like moved to Vegas. So I would love to do something, but I don't have the time to rehearse. I don't have the time to build anything. So I'm just kind of doing it sometimes in porn scenes, and then ideally I'll put something together at some point, you know?
I like, is there anything up under your stage name that anybody can listen to?
Sure. I actually put clips on TikTok. And it's
Okay.
funny because
I
on
try to
TikTok,
make sure I say that correctly because I
I
know, yeah,
appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, there's other stuff elsewhere, but it's also not my place to put
yeah,
other people on an adult platform.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like because my band
yeah.
members in
And that's
all of
exactly
my
why I
other
worded it like
groups, I
that.
appreciate it. Yeah, like there was one band that I was a part of, and it was like mostly a Fleetwood Mac tribute band, and I think
Yeah.
everybody in it was like over 50.
If I can show you my notes,
Yeah.
like no, like literally, like in my notes, it says jazz and opera Fleetwood Mac, like semicolon Fleetwood Mac.
You did do your research. See, look at that. Yeah, it was I was a jazz and opera like vocal performance major in college.
Yes,
And then
and
one of the bands I was a part of was a Fleetwood Mac tribute band, but there also was a Tina Turner and she was 76. She was this short black woman who had toured the entire country with like a Supremes group when she was younger. So
okay,
like she was incredible and she had sciatica. So like she had to sit during our performances, but she would stand up and she would do Tina and she would do Proud Mary and she would like saunter all over the audience and grab guys' beards and like and she was
love
on
that.
fire. She was one of the best like vocalists I've ever been around and I was so inspired by her. Like this was a hard-working band and they all were like over 50 and I think a couple of them have had heart attacks on stage and kept going.
Oh
Like
wow,
they had the most, I don't know, they were just the best work ethic as
yeah,
musicians
just loving
ever.
what they do, you know.
It was amazing. Yeah, there's one guy that looked like Willie Nelson, and he was like a prodigy guitarist. Like I was so honored to be a part of their group. Like I was the baby, and I was like, man, this is hard work. I was like lugging like speakers and monitors, and like I don't know how you guys do it. So it would be cool to be a part of something like that again, where it's just people live and breathe it. You know?
Hmm. Like I am going to have to go on your TikTok and listen to your singing voice after this because I didn't.
Oh, please
Yeah,
do.
no, because like I love listening or just hearing about you know people who people often forget like just because you do porn for a living, it doesn't
Hmm.
negate the fact that you have other talents or you do other
Sure.
things. And
Yeah.
like you're a vocalist, and I love to listen to people sing.
Oh, sweet.
Good or bad. It's just like okay, I can rock with this. I can rock with
Yeah.
this.
I don't
You
know if I want to
know,
listen to the bad ones, but yeah. So
hey,
then, are
I mean,
you?
like at least I listen to it, and I can say like, okay, I can go ahead and listen to more of their things,
Sure.
and then it's like, okay, and then if it was bad, it's like, okay, I can see what they were trying to go with that, but it's not my cup of tea,
Well,
and
putting
and
yourself out there is
yeah,
hard.
yeah, like you just said, like they had you sing like alto, and like when I was growing up, when I took better care of my voice, um,
Hmm.
someone tried to make me sing like second near first tenor, and
Oh,
it's
well, you
really
have such a
hard.
deep voice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, and this is me talking higher.
Oh,
This is not my
really?
natural voice. I went to speech therapy to talk higher.
Oh, interesting. Because does it make it easier for people to understand you if you speak
Yeah,
higher? Okay,
yeah, because
that makes
like
sense.
I used to talk like my voice right here is like actually like a few levels lower than this when I don't like in the morning I drink a lot of water to
Yeah.
water the palate to make it so like I can mindfully talk higher like all the time. Because like
Yeah.
when I first came on here, my voice was probably like really low.
Yeah.
Because wasn't in the mindset of making it higher. So like I mindfully have made my voice a lot higher, but
Yeah.
it was actually way lower than this, like when I sing. So like think Barry White, but a little bit lower when I sang in my choir.
Jeez. Yeah.
So yeah, and he tried to make me sing. And it was like it sucked because it was a local choir,
Hmm.
and then I went to school and had to sing like that low. And it's like you're ruining the voice here, you know? Like
Yeah, it's too
it's only
high.
so much. It's only so like I used to get apple juice. Like I was told like drink warm, like put my apple juice in the microwave, and then drink it every morning when you know you're singing whatever, and it helps the vocal cords.
I've never
So
heard that.
that's what I was told by my choir teacher. because
Interesting.
I was made like I used to be the only bass in the choir in the
Hmm.
choir class, and everybody else was just tenors. And so I was like, they sang really high, and I'm like, yeah, whatever song, what are we singing today? Okay,
Yeah.
I'll go over here and I will sing this song, you know. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Do
yeah.
you still sing?
I only do karaoke, and like since I don't take care of my voice anymore, so
Hmm.
I used to really care about my singing voice when I was
It
in
makes a
choir,
difference.
but
Yeah.
it wasn't something that I, you know, it was just something to do more so
Yeah.
something I inspired to pursue. Because I
Yeah.
mean, I'm not going to make no no millions of dollars singing whatever, but I used to, you know,
Right.
at least gave a dang about, you know, I gave a dang about singing more than I gave a dang about all my other subjects in school except for history class. So
Yeah.
that's my degree's in history. Your degree's in music. My degree's in history. And that was the only class
Yeah.
that's the only class I cared about. It's like, okay, let's learn about what happened in 1842. Okay. Random year, random facts, random things that I know about that year. Anywho, what is your favorite thing to sing? Like what is your
Um, I really like jazz. I mean, I love
no, I
like
meant
sultry jazz.
song wise. Like if it's not your song,
Oh.
what is your favorite? Like what is the Sophia Locke go-to song that is not hers, but she has made her own?
That's a good question. I don't write my own songs, so like there's not
Okay.
even like I just like I'll just do covers, but I have a like a set list of like kind of jazz standards and also like postmodern jukebox renditions of stuff. But like, you know, like At Last with from Etta
Oh,
James, like
nice.
that's a standard one that I like to do. The one Why Don't You Do Right? It's the one that Jessica Rabbit sings in Who Framed Roger Rabbit when she walks out of the curtain and it's
Yeah.
like all boobs and like sparkly dress and I just
The
want
red
to
one.
like be her. So my ideal situation is singing this playlist of kind of sultry jazz songs and standards in like a dark jazz club and you know in a sequin dress. So
I just thought about something in the back of my head about you
yeah.
singing that song in like a regular sing, whatever, and just making someone dress up as Roger. You come out
Oh
singing that,
yeah.
and then like just have to put just have them put on some rubber ears, whatever, and then you already have the red hair.
Perfect.
All you need is a dress. It
I
just
could do a Jessica Rabbit cosplay in a
see,
heartbeat.
yeah, and then
This is brilliant.
yeah, and then since it's
Yeah.
your voice, you're not, you know, breaking any rules, whatever. But if you sing it a cappella, and then like,
Okay.
hey, you got the entire seduction scene,
Yeah.
then a sex scene, whatever, on top of it in your whatever, and then people who follow you or know you, whatever, who already know you sing a little bit, sing, and they go, oh, I get singing entertainment, and I get a scene. And I get cosplay.
I'm in it. I'm in it. And I've heard a
It's
lot of
like
people,
it's like
yeah.
charge it. I was looking for my
Take my
wallet.
money.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
just
Just
take
take my
it.
money.
Take it.
Just take my money. I have heard from some people that that was like a sexual awakening, like that scene was. And I mean, for me too, like I was like, I want to be her. But that and like old Disney movies where the girl gets captured or by the evil guy, like that for me too was like a I want to be that girl. So
I
my
love Disney
BDSM
movies.
stuff goes deep.
Goes deep.
Yeah.
I got a question since you just said what you said. This is just a random throw off. What's your favorite Disney song?
Oh God, that's such a good question. It's I think Part of Your World is up there, The Little Mermaid. You know, that one's up there.
You know they didn't want to use that song, right?
They didn't want to use
Eh,
it for the
no,
new one?
it was originally in the it was originally just put on there, and they had to fight tooth and nail to put it on there. If I'm correct, they used it like they didn't have it in there in the test audience, and they put it in a test audience, whatever, for the song, and they really enjoyed that song, but they did not
Of
want to
course.
use that song at first.
Oh, originally. You
Originally,
know,
they did not
it's
want to use it.
It's funny because the hotel that I used to work at before I did adult work, the man who wrote that song and wrote like all of my Disney memory songs stayed at the hotel. I got to take him to his room, and it took everything in me not to be like, you made my child, Alan Menken, right? But I was like, you made my childhood, but I had to be very professional and good. But that was one of the few people I felt a little starstruck about.
I will say this. In my time around famous humans, it's only been like two or three times where like I had to say something in regards to
Ooh,
what they do. Did
yeah.
you watch True Blood?
True Blood?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
So I was doing an event at my vanilla job a long time ago, and I can't think of her name now. She was the store owner. She like the one that said this line. Why does everything come back to Silky Sack House? She said that line in True Blood, and I met
Yeah.
her in person, and I just said to her, I said, everything does lead to Silky Sack House, and she thought it was hilarious.
Oh, good. Oh, good. I love that. I love
Because
when people are actually nice in real life
I
and
think it's
like you build
Pam.
them
I think
up.
that's her name of the
Yeah.
show.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen it, but
Yeah,
I mean, I liked it
yeah.
until it got a little silly for me, but it's fine. It was the fairy thing. I got a little bit like, okay, we're good now, but I liked it for most of it.
But yeah, I think the majority of people do enjoy part of your world. Like my favorite
Yeah.
one is a villain song. It hurt my soul that they took it out of the movie, the live action version of it, and I was so upset. And
Which
that made
one?
the poor no, I'm sorry for the poor unfortunate souls. Oh my God. Um, Be Prepared by Scar.
Lion King, Scar. They did take it out. You're right, because I saw the live action
Yeah.
relatively recently.
Yeah, they took it out and they said, well,
Oh.
because of the way that they were marching resembled Adolf, them, whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
I can understand that, but that song was my staple.
I was gonna
And
say with your deep voice, like that's a perfect song.
I mean there's a video of me badly singing a song from The Lion King with somebody from Pretty Little Liars on the internet.
Yeah.
Uh
Which
Under the
one?
Sea.
That's Little Mermaid,
Yeah,
Under the Sea.
it was like
Yeah,
we're
yeah, 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 yeah,
me
yeah,
and
yeah.
some dude from Pretty Little Liars are singing that song on the internet, and it's really
Oh,
really
how
bad
funny.
because we both didn't know the lyrics.
That's the problem. I don't like karaoke. Like even though I consider myself a singer, I don't like karaoke because it's like it's never like a really good sound system or usually isn't. Like it's hard to hear yourself. You never remember that it's in a key that's not good for you, right? And then you don't remember the lyrics. And so you like get halfway through and you're like, "Ooh, this is like just a little bit out of my range and I don't remember anything." And then it's just like, ugh.
I mean, I know there's one song that I sing a lot that if you listen to the actual singer, he's singing in tenor one or tenor two is
Mm.
it's called Minnie the Moocher by Cap Calloway.
Oh, I don't know that one.
So he's singing in like he's like, "Hey everybody, have you heard the story of Minnie the Moocher?" And he's
Yeah.
singing really high. So, but when you listen to the lyrics, when you listen to the beat of it, it can sound okay, like really, really, really low.
So you just take it down the
So
octave as like a
I was thinking
yeah.
like way down here, like, "Hey everybody, have you heard the story of Minnie the Moocher? She was a low down, ooh,
That's
and like,
fun.
yeah, so like those can work, whatever. But I can understand like, and other times I just suck at karaoke. So I sing
But
songs that
that's part of
I
it.
have no reasons to sing.
Yeah. That's part of it. If you can just go in and have fun with it, I think there's like, because if I ever go, people are like, oh, she went to school for this. She should be good at it. So I don't feel like I have like a
Yeah,
lot of room to fail. And so then when I do, I'm just like, "Ugh," and I don't drink anymore. So I'm like, this is not fun.
this thing because I'm the DD now. Like
Yeah, same.
I haven't never had a drink since 2010, and
Congratulations.
like
That's good.
yeah, like I wasn't like a what they call alcoholic or anything. I drank for fun, and I went to a party school, so it was like it was a
Yeah.
necessity to drink. I went to the when I was my freshman year, we was the number one party school in the USA,
Wait a second. Is it Arizona?
Indiana University in Bloomington.
Indiana. Okay.
So this is when we went to the finals in the NCAA. So
Okay, cool.
that was my freshman year. And
Uh,
this is my first time just seeing random people on the street just flashing everybody, just walking down the
oh, that's
street.
so
Like it was
exciting. Yeah.
okay, my young freshman adolescence not
You're like,
getting
this
that
is
much sex
solid.
self.
Yep, yep. You're like, I went to the right school.
Yes.
Yep, yep.
Oh God. Okay. So, is there anything upcoming that you want everybody to look forward to? Like, what is on the? I'm gonna keep using your last name as a verb. What is on the um schedule? What's locked in on the schedule?
What's locked in on the schedule? I just have stuff coming up pretty consistently, but it's mostly like scenes, you know. So I feel like if you follow my Twitter, then you can see everything that I'm up to, which is really cool.
Okay.
I do have that. I'm excited about the music recording for that parody. So hopefully that goes through. That would be really cool in like a week. And then
I hope it
otherwise I'm
does. I hope
just
it does. Just
thank you. I'll definitely
I just want
advertise it.
everybody to hear you vocalize on them, and then like all of a sudden your OnlyFans requests be like, can you sing Rockabye Baby to me while you put me to sleep?
There we go. Like the whole thing just turns into that. Yeah. 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 So
not
I
push,
mean,
not pushing anything on your face or anything. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Buy her content. Pay for it. Don't steal it. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
appreciate
Hit
it.
her up directly.
Appreciate
OnlyFans and pay for her subscription by a year ahead of time. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. But
it.
yeah, a lot of
I mean, I do like my OnlyFans. I run my OnlyFans. I don't have a company that runs it. And what I do is basically like every day kind of behind the scenes of what like my life is. So it's like if I'm on set, you'll see behind the scenes. If I'm going to the gym, you'll see how I feel about that. If I'm doing a collab, you'll see how I feel about that. And it's always more explicit than like the other stuff that's out there, even though there's a lot out there.
yeah, a lot out there.
I do make it really special on because those are the people who are really supporting you that are
Yeah,
paying that membership, you know?
yeah, and it's very important because it shows that fans out there who listen to this whole interview, you can tell how fun she is, how energetic she is, and how much she
Mm,
really,
sweet.
like, she's just a all around good person. It's my first time talking to her, and I'm loving every
Yeah,
second of it. And I'm kind of
me
upset.
too.
I'm kind of upset because we're almost hitting our hour, and like she has to go. And I'm loving this. She's fun. She is fun. She is a
Well,
joy,
thanks. You're really
absolute
easy
joy.
to talk to. I appreciate it.
She's an absolute joy. So
Mhm.
yeah, that just translates to everything that she would do for people who support her. And she said some of her yeses and nos as far as kick stuff earlier. So just
Yeah.
imagine if you combine the singing stuff with her yeses and your deep down deepest weird extremely weird kink that you have, and if she put all that together for you.
I don't do customs. I
Oh, you
wish
don't do customs.
I
Oh,
wish I had the time
well,
to do all of that. I don't. But I like hearing about it. I think that's kind of fun. And
you
honestly, I
could
mean,
you could tell her your
there's no
fantasy.
judgment. There's no
You could
judgment
tell her
here
your
for sure.
fantasy. And
Yeah.
give her your fantasy of having her dress up. She's red hair. She's her dress up as Ariel, and
Yep.
her busting out of the ocean, like in the ocean thing where she's on that rock
Yeah,
singing,
on the
and
rock, she
like
does that,
and
but
like
then the tits come out
then,
like like
then the tits come out and they just start wiggling up and down, then
the ocean waves.
all of a sudden Eric learned how to swim and he just jumped up there and just started sucking on the left nipple, and like they just cuddle while they go in the water, and then they have water
This is a video I would do. See now you've got me thinking. I have
I'm
two new
building
ideas.
I'm building a script right now on the podcast. Building the script. I do know you have to go. So where can everybody find you, support you, pay for your content, pay for her content,
Well,
and
yeah.
do all. I gotta make sure of that because people, I've heard people say, "Well, why you pay for the internet? It's free on the internet." No, it's not free. It's called stealing. Pay for her content. Support all she does. Tell everybody out there as of your favorite websites that have not had her on yet, that it is required, it is necessary, it is the right thing to do to put her on their set and to have her, do whatever that site does, like depending on the site. That's not too extreme. And then, get her everywhere again, because she is a great talent. She is a wonderful human, as you've heard, and she's just fun. But yeah, where can they find you? All
Yeah,
the places.
I do love the suggestion of if you're on a website and you want to see me on there and you're subscribed to like a, whatever, a company, ask for me. If you ask for me in the comments on videos and on the site, then that does help me get booked and that helps me have more amazing sex and you can watch me do that. You can find my OnlyFans at the Sophia Locke, and that's Locke. My TikTok is Sophia Locke _, and that's where I talk about testing in the industry, how a day on set works, how locations work, just basically behind the scenes of the industry that is not explicit, right? And then you can also follow my Twitter. It is _Sophia Locke _. It's dirty and it's daily. So that's fun too.
So make sure you go out there and support everything that she does. Real quick, if you want to find us, we are the Burbank Misfits on Instagram, Burbank Misfits on Twitter, and on Facebook. I'm at Rossar, RAWSEARR on Instagram and on Twitter. And the person who's not here, who I will find, and I will give a good kick to the back of the head, his is CC Fitness LA. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, that's his stuff. But RibbonFits.com says everything that we do from fitness, video stuff, this, and photography. And we have our shop coming up soon. I just finished getting all the contracts from everybody I want to take pictures of to put their faces on shirts. So it's going to come out soon. So please support that. Again, Miss Locke, thank you for giving us your time. And I'm sad this has went so fast, but
It
we
did.
really appreciate it. And you are a gem, a joy. And yeah, thanks so much.
It was my pleasure. Thank you.
All right, see y'all next week.